So I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you, if you seen a person dressed up in a police uniform, would you think they were a police? If they had a gun and a badge, if they was dressed up as a police, do you think they would be a police?
First sight, yes.
Okay, so if we know from times that there were certain attire that women wore to say, "Hey, I sell pussy.
That's a prostitute.
I'm a prostitute." Like chokers, women wear chokers now. That was a thing that prostitutes wore, and women wear that on a day-to-day basis. So when we having these conversations, like, "Oh, she wore that, she wanted it," it's like, I don't respect you because you look like a prostitute. Like, we don't have this thing in our community, Black people. We had this thing called decorum and a time and a place.
Yeah.
We don't have that no more.
That is very true. I'll give you that.
And so that's what I'm saying. So if you see a woman, and also, I don't know if y'all ever read the list. It's called Through the Eyes of a Rapist, right? And they go and they talk to these men who have committed rape, and they ask them what they're looking for. The number 2 thing on that list is easily accessible clothing. Now, I know women like to argue. They do this all the time. Women love to argue. Well, there shouldn't be any predators. I agree. I think everybody in this room agree that there should not be any predators. But is that reality?
No, but it's not.
That's not reality. So that means you need to dress so nobody won't tear your ass out the frame. That's just what it is.
I want to add.
Go ahead.
I want to add to that. Like, if you can find countless videos where men that are part of programs from the Black Panther, other mentoring, where they talk to men, "Hey, pull your pants up." You don't have any videos or any groups of women saying, "Hey, pull your skirt down, wear a longer skirt, take that red lipstick off, do this." You got all type of videos where they talk about gang culture, and it's not the same, but it's synonymous to where I know if I go to LA, I know I can't wear this hat in certain areas. I know I can't wear a Dodgers hat. I know it's a certain way I need to go out here. I can easily get on the mic and say, I should be able to go out to Cali and wear my Dodgers hat. Yeah, you can wear it. But when you get shot at, then who you gonna call?
Right.
Because people, it's a different culture. And then you look at some of the women that got locked up in Dubai just by acting a fool.
Yeah.
You can't go out here just because you feel, because what America has done for the woman, the Black American woman, is told her she can do whatever she wants to, only as long as it's in your community. You ain't going to no Asian communities or white communities and acting no fool, because they gonna handle you a certain way. But in your Black community, you can do whatever you want. Cuss your man out, wear provocative clothing, be independent, and it's okay, because it's a design for that. It's a reason why they letting you run rampant. And there's no women saying, "Hey, we got to stop that whole shit on Facebook."
Wait.
See, hold on. See, these are the things that always mess us up, because Christian says, so the Muslim women get raped in full attire. The Mormon women get raped dressed like Little House on the Prairie. I'm gonna ask y'all, hold on. I'm gonna ask y'all, 2 women right here. We're gonna talk about this. How many times have you heard a Mormon woman getting raped? Name yours. If you don't, you like, well, I don't know. Have you heard of a Mormon woman getting raped? Yes or no?
I have not. However, with the way that Mormons live, where are you going to see that on social media or any type of media?
My point exactly. So why would she even say that if you're not going to even see that? That makes no sense.
You can't say it doesn't happen.
You gotta have proof. You just can't be just pulling shit out your ass.
Y'all sound like the men on social media.
You gotta have.
Hold on. So we go back to the brick lady. So we just supposed to believe it because you think that women supposed to get raped? Because the brick lady, we believed her. She got $42,000. Hold on, brick lady got $42,000, and she's now being charged because she lied. We believe Jesse Smollett too. And what happened to Jesse Smollett? But some people did. Now, hold on, some people did. So this is what I'm saying. You can't just be saying stuff if you don't have concrete proof, because that's how men work. It's not like I just want to believe your story because it tugs on my heartstrings, because that's how women are. Women are emotional because women think, oh, and this is the thing, men are creeps. I don't know how. We're gonna watch a video later on where Bernice Burgo's daughter's talking about how men be in her DMs and are creeps. Like, bitch, you fine. How else I'm gonna get to you? I gotta jump in your DMs. Now I don't know what further creep stuff goes on, and we're gonna let y'all talk about that.
Yeah.
But hold on, okay. But what I'm saying is, you can't just be pulling stuff if it's not a fact. How many Muslim women do y'all know that have gotten raped?
2.
American Muslim or Muslim country?
American and Muslim.
Okay. How many Muslims do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, so we like I said, we just now sit here just saying shit. I let the women speak. I didn't even go from what I think because I thought it was bullshit when I read it, but I wanted you two to validate what I'm saying. Like as women, we can't just be saying because the story sounds good. A lot of this shit sound like a Lifetime movie. A lot of this shit that go on sound just like a Lifetime movie. I hate to say it, but it's just some real shit. Y'all don't think so?
I mean, yes.
It's satire in a lot of cases because it's entertainment, it's drama. Like women love drama, and then the men gonna go with the women at anyway. So they gonna get into it and try to play the amen, and I'm supporting, and they got a whole agenda behind that. But when you throw out these just anecdotal, hey, this happened, you don't have no stories. If she had stories, she would have said, what about this date when this happened?
I'm finna address this. They are all over social media. Have you ever seen those stories about women running from their culture for this exact reason? Do you know that most of those women that are running are because of their spoils of war?
Facts. She talking about Middle East. I know exactly what she's
talking about. Middle East. Most of those women are those women that are getting raped are men that is coming over there that's fighting. Like we all heard of Sunni and Shiites and stuff like that. Yeah. Or now we got the Israel and Palestine thing. Those women that are getting raped are spoils of war. Those are not women that if you're in American culture like us, where we're not at war, that you just walking down the road and the man just gonna pull you in the hut and just rape you. No, these are men that's not from this culture that has took the men out, and now they saying, oh, now since I took these men out, I'm gonna take you.
In particular, she's talking about countries such as Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. Those are two of the most patriarchal countries on this planet, and that's usually where a lot of what I would like to say oppression to women, where they can't really drive, they have limited rights. The man can treat them in a way that nobody can hold them accountable. That's what she's speaking about in particular. So those countries are rare. It's just those two. It's not many countries on this earth that operate like that. But what she's talking about running from that, a lot of wars going on, a lot of tyranny, and there's a lot of corruption over there. She's talking about Kuwait and Saudi Arabia.
But I'm going to say this, just for clarification. Do women get raped? Yes.
They do.
Is it as mainstream as they try to make it? I don't think so. If women were just walking down the street and a dick just hit them beside the head, y'all would not walk outside. Y'all would not send your children to college to be around young.
But what about sex trafficking?
This is why.
No, sex trafficking is a thing. It's a thing. I'm not saying it, but I'm saying just on your everyday walk of life, it's not just men just pulling you to just rape you.
I mean, it happens. This is why we don't talk about it, because this is the scenario that will be presented. Oh, that don't be happening. Yeah, it be happening.
Hold on. It happens, but not on the scale. And that's my whole thing. Not on the scale that it's presented. How do we know that?
A lot of rape victims do not speak on this.
So how do we use that as a validity for this argument? We don't know if they're speaking on it or not.
I mean, the ones who do, they do have like people who do go do their rape kits and stuff. They can do like a census from that. But other than that, a lot of the victims are not going to speak. It's the fear of being judged. It's, are they going to believe me? Are they listening?
Because
so I'm gonna ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask y'all this question because this is a common theme when it comes to like rape victims. Are they going to believe me? Why would a woman who's been sexually assaulted anyway, first mind be are they going to believe me if she has been sexually assaulted? Why is that?
Because she needs proof, right? It's hard to get proof of you being raped, right?
No, it's not. It's not actually. Actually,
before going to get medical, medical help.
And see, that's why it's difficult, because they tell you, hey, if you've been raped, you need to go immediately because you can get hair, you get DNA. If you fault the man, you got maybe his DNA under your nails. But it's so many things that you can do. If I've been raped, if I had a daughter right now, if she ever get raped, you need to go to the doctor, the hospital immediately.
Wait, do you think your daughter is going to tell you that she's been raped? Because in this moment, she's in a victim mindset where she doesn't want to talk about it. As a woman, you don't even want to face your father about anything sexual. I'm sorry. And I'm a daddy's girl.
Look, I can kind of agree with that. Mm-hmm. But as your father, where women say, I want my man, is your dating preference to provide and to protect?
Yes, it is.
Your father is the first person to do that.
Right.
So something happens to you. Typically, that's how it should work.
Logically.
logically.
But when you're in a victim mindset, you are not thinking logically.
You're not thinking.
So I would argue, and I would always argue this: if you had a good father in your life, you're gonna go tell your daddy.
But there's a lot. Okay,
in time.
Yes, in time. There's a lot of people.
Okay, so hold on.
And don't
so
tell
I'm gonna ask y'all this. So what is the point of not coming out later about being raped if we don't have any proof to say it? Because you're not what
have you been through a trauma?
No.
Exactly.
Okay. So respectfully, you have to go through some type of trauma to understand a victim's mindset. Because when you're in that moment, your adrenaline's rushing, you're embarrassed, you want to hide.
So have y'all been through those type of traumas?
I have. Not rape, but I've been through traumas.
Okay, so you've been through trauma. So do you think all trauma responses are going to be the same?
Absolutely not.
If we speaking from a place of trauma, that specific trauma, how do we know what should happen? Because like I say, we have so much education now on these things that it's like, hey, baby girl, if you get raped, you might want to go to the hospital immediately because it's harder to prove after you go take a shot. They tell you the first thing. I've known this since a kid when we've seen a whole bunch of Law and Order, CVS, all of this stuff that, hey, do not take a shower if you have been sexually assaulted anyway, because you're washing away DNA evidence, things to prove.
That's the logic of it.
What we go through.
But then in the moment, you're like, oh my God, I feel dirty.
But mentally, you feel like your innocence has been taken, whether you're a virgin or not. You feel like you've been violated.
Look, I'm not arguing how you feel. I'm arguing about why would a woman have a hard time with people believing her, especially in America where women pretty much run America.
Really?
The mere allegation of that, I've seen Cuba Gooding Jr. getting arrested in public off a mere allegation for something that was alleged 20 years before, 18 years beforehand. So even the allegation with no proof is going to warrant the action. Or some type of criminal.
Bill Cosby. We had so many people coming with Bill Cosby with no proof,
none at all.
And you see what happened. You see what happened with Bill Cosby.
They even make Vin Diesel. They make the headline. No proof, no nothing. It's gonna be at minimum a headline. It's gonna cause people to look into it.
So, hey, if y'all watching the video, y'all make sure we having a good conversation. How do you say her name? Sincere Taylor. As a victim, I didn't tell anyone because of consequences in my own mind. My siblings told my parents.
And I'm not gonna minimize women being sexual, because when I deal with a woman, I try to get as much background information as I can. And I come to believe the way I interacted with a woman, I already kind of had so much experience. I'm like, I think she may have been sexually assaulted, because when a woman,
Ebony Christina said, women may find a hard time saying something because the first thing that is indirectly stated to us is prove it.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of women gonna get off indicators that trauma is present, especially untreated trauma. So when you see women hypersexual, provocative, always looking for, like, this is a roll off from yesterday's conversation. There is some seed of her being sexually assaulted, because once that light switch comes on. And if you listen to women with the dark fantasies, there's some content out where you have women admit to say, I got a fantasy of being gangbanged. I got a rape fantasy. I got a fantasy of being handcuffed. Basically, I have fantasies of being restrained and a man taking what was mine, because I get some type of pleasure off that. That's a pleasure trigger, which is rooted in something that may have happened at her early childhood. So a lot of women do underreport being sexually assaulted at a young age because they're not mature enough to really say what happened. And then look at the environment. Well, I seen plenty of videos. I should have sent you some where the daughter went to the mother, and the mother said she was a lie and you was trying to take my man.
Yeah,
you was trying to sabotage my happiness. So that little girl is going to usually identify with other girls who may went through the same thing. So they're talking about it amongst each other, because the mother's happiness trumps anything else that's going on in that house. So a lot of girls come up in their environment to where, hey, it ain't no real protection here.
Y'all make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all like the video. We're having a good conversation. Y'all follow all the social media pages. And if you're watching on Instagram, y'all make sure y'all come to YouTube to watch the full video. Make sure y'all come to YouTube, watch the full video. And I want to say this before we go any further. We are not minimizing sexual assault. We take it serious. I don't think it's cool for a man or a woman to take anything from anybody, sexually or even a theft. If you take somebody a guitar, I don't even think you should take that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. I'm not making light of the situation, but I do think there has to be some level of proof, because we would just be out here saying I got hit with a brick and then I make $42,000 and then I find out that I lied about getting hit with a brick.
Because they had videos and pictures of her in Jamaica living it up,
chilling,
kicking it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have to have, it has to be some level of proof. I'm sorry. Like women say the idea of me having to prove it, that's crazy for you to just be able to have the power. Just think of what kind of power you have as a woman to just make an allegation with no proof and the law come for a man.
I feel like when it comes to social media, that's when you definitely
that
need
plays
proof.
a big part.
Yeah. I think
what you mean? What you mean?
Because when you go on social media and you like the brick lady, of course, nobody's gonna look it up. Nobody's gonna look into extra videos and people who are around who may have saw it. So you're gonna have, split opinions. You're gonna have mostly women who side with her, giving her money to the GoFundMe, and then the other side, which is mostly gonna be men, just saying that, oh, where's the proof? What is he arrested? Where's the police report? What happened? They're gonna ask more questions because men think with logic, like you said, and women think with emotion.
So, but that was, I guess, warranted, and that was actually the right response in this case with the brick lady. With that case with Carly Russell, with that case with a Blueface and Krishan, because I'm gonna tell y'all, people try to act like Krishan Rock was a victim.
No,
she was a willing participant.
Yeah,
when you hit a man with a bottle, bruh, when you hit a man with a bottle and he's sitting there letting you vacuum glass out of his head, we are not dealing with two sane individuals.
No.
But my thing, like,
go ahead.
Situations like that, and like I said, I'm not discrediting those that has been through traumatizing situations. You know what I'm saying? That basically changed their life. But situations like that, especially when it comes out on social media, it makes me question, how do women put themselves in a position to be victimized like that? Like,
see, I'm gonna say this. See, that's a question that we're not supposed to ask. Now,
I'm gonna ask this shit
hold on, because
we
got through the eyes of a predator, but do we have through the eyes of a victim? Because I'm gonna be honest. As we're gonna talk as men, right? So let's say we out,
all right?
We at the club,
all right,
and you want to fuck some, and you see a girl walking in, and she walks in a certain type of way. Head low, but she cute. She'll do for the night. But you can pick up her aura. You go talk to her. You see how she move. You see how she dresses. You might, bitch, you got low self-esteem. I'm gonna fuck you tonight. Sometimes people give off, I'm a victim. Come victimize me, because that's why. Hold on, as men, your daddy used to tell you, "Hey, son, walk with your head up, walk with your chest out." Hey, when you greet a man this type of way, because it's certain ways in society that you're supposed to do something to let me know that you've been trained a certain type of way. Also, another thing, especially with children, how you raise your children will let people know, I can't victimize you because I know somebody coming behind you.
They call it home training.
Yeah. I know somebody coming behind you because I can tell. Hey, when you come to school, you have new clothes on every day. When you come to school, you say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. When you come to school, you open the doors for the young ladies. When you come to school, you actually sit down and listen. When you come to school, you have actual good grades. When you come to school, if I call your mom and your dad, they respond to the emails, the phone call, to the parent teacher. Me, I know somebody coming behind you, but then it's other people that we talked about the video yesterday. Yeah. The girl said, when I'm 15 years old, I was shooting at the older men because at that time I need school clothes. I know he got a car. I know he could buy me these things. Because I couldn't get it, I couldn't afford it. Now we all say the same thing.
So I got.
Where was your parent?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So if that same girl that we watched yesterday, if she was to cry rape right now, how much support you think she'll get?
Initially, for those
talking about from a past with messing with the older men, or just
this is general.
Off of the video we watched yesterday.
Are you saying if she would just create a new scenario? Hey, this happened.
Because what I'm saying, like, it's like, and like I said, I'm not saying that women don't go through this. I feel for them 100%. But it's like, you can't sit here and cry rape when you done bent it over for 4 niggas that's about
I
to
get
run
what you said. Let me give you another question. That's gonna mirror that. It's like if I'm a bully, you see me being a bully, you see me whooping on kids and all of this as a bully, but I'm the same bully that to get on the internet and say, man, they picking on me. And I got you on video whipping like 8 kids.
Right.
As a bully. Now you the bully, and we supposed to take your side now that we know you are a known bully.
Right.
So with this woman coming out with this.
But I think hold on. That goes to the level of victim blaming. We on the victim blaming side now. And the reason we on the victim. Hold on. The alleged victim. Yeah. But this is my idea. And y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. You don't think that there's men out there that say, oh, she a pussy popper. I'm gonna take it. Nobody gonna believe her. And the reason I'm gonna say that is we all watch Players Club. We seen what Junior did to Ebony.
Yeah.
But we know how Ebony was getting down.
Yeah.
So it could be a point where somebody be a dude just look at her and be like, man, she done fucked 45 niggas I seen. Ain't nobody gonna know if she deny me, I'm still take it, because ain't nobody gonna just think that I took the pussy because she fucked 45 niggas before me. So that's a slippery slope, because I do think there are men that are like that. It's like, oh,
I was for the say, but
ain't gonna believe her.
At that point, it depends on the guy, because if it come down to that situation and it's a guy that can recognize a female saying no, he'll back off. You feel me? But the actual rapist, they ain't giving a fuck about none of that shit.
Well, you got prey, you're gonna have predators.
Exactly.
If women, the issue is with what you asked, and what you asked was that where do women come in with the mitigation of making sure I'm protected at all times versus saying I can do what the hell I want. You don't have a right to do what you want to do to me, no matter how I dress, no matter how I present myself, no matter how I talk. A lot of their responsibility and how people approach you and deal with you is on you. We just like to say is victim blaming, is this, and this. You supposed to mitigate everything dealing with your safety.
That's why we got this thing called don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. But in reality, we all do.
Always.
Okay.
In reality, we all do.